there.
Hello. It is no longer 2020, people.
Yes, I am so excited. What a shit show. And it would be nice if it was all done now, but it's not.
No. It will. The shit show shall continue. But now it's a different year.
It's a different year. It just rolls over. Shit always kind of rolls, right?
Yes. But we're now at the top of the hill again.
Energetically, I do feel good. I don't know if it's because I had so much time off. I don't know, but I'm okay today.
Well, that's good.
How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Nice.
So I decided we weren't going to, we meaning the people in my head, we were not going to.
There's a lot in there.
There's a lot and also, and surprisingly very little all at the same time. But I don't want to think about 2020 anymore. We're just going to move forward. Things are going to get better in 2021. We're just going to put all the weirdness of 2020 behind us. You know, they say like 2020 is vision is wait, what am I trying to say? Hindsight is 2020. That's what I'm trying to say. So 2020 is now behind us. We'll look at it
in the rearview mirror.
In the rearview mirror.
Bye, bitches.
Bye, Felicia. Naming 2020 Felicia. Bye. Just bye. But anyhow, so we're just not going to think about that anymore. It's all done. Everything is new going forward.
Everything is new.
Yes.
I like that.
So
relief.
Yes, we're going to have to come up with a new excuse for why shit is weird this year. I don't want to hear COVID anymore. I mean, I know it's still a thing, but
still wear your mask.
Yes.
Please. Then it can be over faster.
And by now you should have cool ones.
I have cool ones.
We both have cool ones.
Yeah.
Although I have found that I'm wearing the surgical ones more and more lately.
Why is that?
I don't know. Because I don't have to wash the makeup off them. I just throw them away.
I understand that.
Luckily, I don't wear it every day because I don't want to, like today. I've noticed that I'm like, oh man, I got to wash my mask again. So I've started using some disposables, and guess what? I just pitched them then.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing the disposable ones in parking lots and freaking everywhere. That's
Agreed.
Ridiculous. I clean up your shit, people.
Now, I thought it was just people being lazy. And probably half of it still is just people being lazy. But in all fairness, I opened my car door the other day and the wind whipped one out of my car. I did pick it up, which I think is where the other people fail. But yeah, they're light enough that it just kind of whipped it right out of the car when I opened the door. So you'll get a reprieve for it hitting the ground, not for leaving it though.
Right. Unless it's a 60-mile-an-hour gust or something like that. And
yeah, I don't want you running out in traffic trying to pick up a piece of trash. Be safe. Pick up and, pop can on your way back to your car. Then your trash karma's even.
Trash karma. I feel like Fraggle Rock. Something. Like, wasn't there a trash heap in Fraggle Rock?
Down to Fraggle Rock. Actually, there was a trash heap in Fraggle Rock. Wasn't she like the wise one or something?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'm going to have to catch up on my Fraggle Rock again. Down to Fraggle Rock. Now it's in my head.
I know.
Ooh, which reminds me, when we leave today, sorry, you people, this is just for Rose. I now have a Oscar in a trash can. A stuffed Oscar in a trash can. He's in my car.
Oh! Yes, we are children, and it's totally cool.
I have toys.
See, again, when you say stuff like that, it just sounds weird.
I have toys that don't involve batteries. I have grandchildren-friendly toys.
Okay.
I have stuffed animals. How about that? See, that even me saying that sounds weird. Now it sounds like I have some weird... I'm just not going to go there.
Yeah. Okay.
This is how I get myself in trouble.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
I know you want to see my toy, though.
Maybe.
It smells good. conversation I had with someone else earlier about how it was freshly laundered and smelled like fabric softener. So I was sniffing him on my desk.
Wow, this Oscar gets around.
Yeah, conversations with me just go real quick.
So yesterday I was taking out my trash and I had some boxes from Christmas. So my hands, like I had the trash bag and I had a couple boxes and one of the boxes had paper and everything on top of it. And I found myself making noises and I'm out in my parking lot just laughing. And I'm like, I don't know that I ever had sound effects before or if I'm just noticing them because of Barbara. I don't know what has happened, but I had sound effects yesterday.
Awesome. My grandchildren know sound effects and they repeat them back to me.
I bet.
Yes, there's a whole nother generation of sound effect users coming up.
People, tell us what your sound effects are. See if they compare to Barbara's. So what do you have that feels really good for 2021? What do you feel is like going to be the awesomest thing?
Awesomest? I don't know. But I think live music is coming back, and that will be pretty freaking awesome.
I hope so. And I was thinking about that yesterday too. I had a silent day yesterday as much as possible. There were a couple like chinks in that, but yeah, I tried to have a silent day yesterday. And I was thinking about live music and probably there's new clauses that are probably in contracts that were never there before about,
sure.
You know, if we have to back out, you're not getting paid or something like that. And the apprehension of even trying to put on a show and spend out money ahead of time when it's the unknown still, because we don't know what's going to happen. So trying to feel stuff out, I can imagine is pretty difficult because these are high dollar events.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I did, with one of your holiday presents, I did try to support live music because I purchased a mask for one of the events that was canceled this year. So
thank you.
You're welcome. Still trying to put monies back into the coffers that will help us in the future get to see that live music.
It's a tax deduction this year. Business.
Oh. I guess if I purchase things through Brightside, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yes. But just keep that in the back of your mind. We are traveling for a podcast.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get some planning. Because something's got to open in 2021.
Yes, I agree. Even if it's another side venture. We still need to go to the Carolinas and visit that angel oak tree. That would be a good trip.
Well, hopefully we will be heading down that way in September.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Blue Ridge, here we come. Happy National Spaghetti Day.
Oh.
It's a newer thing, and it's a Canadian thing, but you know what? I'm Italian, and it's spaghetti. I'll take it.
I'm telling you, this is another reason why I think Canada is the place for me. Not only are they nice people, but they have a National Spaghetti Day. Maybe there's one in the US and I don't know about it. But during the holidays, when you're already like stuffed and not maybe counting as many calories, throw in a side of pasta.
Well, in all fairness, spaghetti is one of the Italian dishes I don't eat very often because it's all the other stuff that I like. But still, It got me thinking. It got me hungry. There's garlic bread involved. You know, I went down that whole sketty rabbit hole when I was... So today is National Spaghetti Day in Canada.
Those guys up there are awesome.
Right, eh? Don't you know? There I go with that. But it's also National Braille Day.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. And Braille was invented by a Frenchman. We could have a French baguette instead of Italian bread with our spaghetti. What do you think?
Maybe that's what the French Canadians eat.
Oh my God! There you go. Mind blown.
There you go.
French
it all
Canadian.
Comes together.
This is why we're friends. I throw out all the random stuff and you make it work. So National Braille Day.
I am the molder of the clay. I bought a shit ton of Play-Doh this weekend.
You did?
For my grandson.
Oh,
so
okay.
I gave him like a stocking stuffer one, and it's like the little tiny thing. I've never seen such a small container of Play-Doh.
Oh, yeah.
And so all he did was rub it in his hands and made poop with it, but he had like a ball with it. So I'm like, yes. And he won't eat tacos, which really offends me as a human. And I was at Five Below, which is where I got all of this Play-Doh. And they had a taco molding kit. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to go in sideways and make him like tacos by making taco Play-Doh so that I can eat tacos.
Until he tries to eat the taco Play-Doh.
Mm.
But it's okay that he doesn't like tacos.
I just think it's weird.
I don't like tacos.
Well, but you're kind of weird.
I am kind of weird. I like all the ingredients in tacos. I don't like the presentation of a taco. I don't like eating a taco. Now wrap it in a flour tortilla, call it a burrito, and I'm good.
Okay.
I don't like the whole tilt my head sideways to eat the taco and half of it still ending up on my plate. I drop enough shit on my shirt with a regular meal as it is. I don't need to have food that's open on 3 sides and I have to eat sideways. I don't like it.
I don't care, and now I'm really hungry and want a taco. Thank God there's one at the end of my street.
You're welcome. You are welcome. In more weirdness, I thought we would check out some new traditions. Not new traditions, some odd traditions for New Year's.
Okay.
Since, no New Year's parties that we could go to or anything like that. So I thought I'd look and see what other people around the world are doing.
Okay, what are other people around the world doing?
Well, in Ireland, they would take their baguette, which of course is not a baguette in Ireland, but they would beat it against the wall to chase away bad luck and bad spirits and to invite good ones.
Okay, so the bread absorbs, maybe? Like the spaghetti sauce?
Well, it most certainly would. But I think it's more of a noise thing. So just banging it on the wall, making some noise, scaring away the bad spirits. The bad mojo.
Okay.
So then in Colombia, they put 3 potatoes under their bed on New Year's Eve before they go to bed. One is completely unpeeled, one is half peeled, and one is all the way peeled. And so you wake up in the morning, you stick your hand under the bed and grab a potato, and that will forecast your future for the year. So if it is a peeled potato, you're going to have financial problems. If it is unpeeled, you will have abundance. And a half-peeled potato is somewhere in between.
Well, damn. So
I meant to bring potatoes today, and I left them on the kitchen table. So you just have to listen to my story instead of playing grab the potato.
what happens if your dog eats the potatoes? Because that's what the reality is in my house.
I don't know.
Okay.
That was not in my research.
Okay.
But I guess maybe you put them in a box under your bed?
It doesn't matter. She would eat them.
Maybe you put the dog in the box.
Then I would get no sleep because she would cry all night.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. I accept your I don't know.
Okay. I'm sorry. That's all I know. Now, my granddaughter would say, I don't want to hear I don't know. That's what she tells me. But I don't. I have no idea. So now the third one, I thought we'd be a little interactive. So for the third tradition, we are going to be interactive.
Okay.
Okay. So we are traveling to Spain. And in Spain, they have grapes.
Okay. I'm down for grapes.
Good. So on New Year's Eve, the last 12 seconds of the year, they try to eat 12 grapes before the end of the year. So before you are 12 grapes. In my hand, I have a stopwatch.
A stopwatch?
I want to see, we got to mark 12 seconds.
12 grapes in 12 seconds.
12 grapes in 12 seconds. Now, I did do my best to find smaller grapes, but grapes in January, there are larger ones. But grapes in January are not easy to find. I couldn't even find green ones, which I know you don't like the green ones as well. Yeah. But yeah, so we've got some 12 red grapes and...
I feel like this is a Nathan's hot dog challenge.
Now, you are not in a position for me to do the Heimlich easily, So please do not. This is just for our own stupid
Okay.
fun here. Do not kill yourself trying to eat the grapes. Are you ready?
Yes.
And go. So while I was testing this, it took me 6 seconds to eat one grape, just so you know. We've passed 12 seconds.
Half. Well, I have 8 left.
8. Okay. So
I failed.
you failed. I don't know how you eat 12 grapes in 12 seconds unless you put like 3 in your mouth at a time, quite honestly. But, so that's bad luck. Good thing we didn't do this on New Year's Eve in Spain, because you would have bad luck. But if you were able to eat all 12, that's 12 months of good fortune. So since you ate, you got 4 down? Is that what you said?
6.
You got 6. Okay.
Okay, half the year.
Yeah. So 50% of your year is going to be bad luck.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I guess that's okay because 100% of this last year was shitty, so.
That's true. So we have better luck coming for half the year.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See, some people have wine and champagne. We'll toast with grapes.
Why not?
We'll make our own fancy. Probably wasn't the greatest for speaking.
Oh, well.
So those were a couple of things that I found that folks around the world would have been doing on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't do that on New Year's Eve because I don't need that shit resonating and then to believe that and go down that rabbit hole. Oh my God.
Kind of an old wives' tale, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But
okay.
now you know.
Well, thank you, Colombia.
That was Spain.
Spain. Okay.
Colombia was the potatoes.
Potatoes. Okay.
But that's all right. Spain was grapes. Now we know.
Now we know. I shall not live in Spain or Colombia.
Okay.
But Canada. I'm still digging the spaghetti thing.
Like I said, it's a newer thing, and it was a publicity kind of thing, but that's okay. Spaghetti's good.
Spaghetti is good. And again, I really believe they're really nice people up there. We got to take a trip to Canada when the border's back open.
I'm done.
And you get your passport.
I got to get a passport.
Yeah.
That's been on the to-do list for a really long time.
I know, but we got to travel now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when everything shut down this year, there was kind of, or in 2020, there was really no reason to, let me get something that expires.
Right. So yeah, New Year's was totally different this year with like anything happening, which I guess is cool because staying to yourself and staying chill is a good option too that maybe people can remember.
I can't tell you the last time I went and did anything super exciting on New Year's anyway, so it's always usually a stay in or hang out maybe at a friend's house. I was with my ex-husband the last time we were like out and about on New Year's that I can think of. So that would have been more than a decade ago.
Yeah, let's not dig up that body. No, Barbara didn't kill him. It's okay.
I didn't say that. There's no body to be found. No, the ex-husband is alive. I even spoke to him recently.
Nice. So New Year's is all about renewal and fresh starts and New Year's resolutions. And of course, the big one for a lot of people is losing weight. There's a lot of things that people try to achieve and, start fresh in the new year.
They do. And you're right. Losing weight and exercising more is right up there, like top of the list for everybody. But, I think a lot of people have trouble sticking to them. Mm-hmm. And I mean, of course, most people make the same resolutions over and over and over again. Today's the 4th. By about the 10th, they've already given up. So one of the things that the experts say to do is to talk about it, to share what your resolution is or what your plan is, and then make yourself accountable. So that's what I am going to do. One of my resolutions, I don't want to say resolution because it's really just a goal of mine. Being the new year was a good reason to put a date on it, but I need to get in better shape. And by doing so, should lose weight. But after I had several surgeries in 2017 and 2019, and they have kind of wrecked what was not a great body to start with. My abdominal muscles have been cut through numerous times, and so I need to get my core back in shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm sharing that here, and I plan on letting you take pictures of me in some sort of leotard or something form-fitting and take some measurements.
I am down to do that with you.
Let's.
Completely.
So January 2022, you may be looking at two svelte chicks sitting here.
Yes!
But yeah, so with that, we had met with a fitness trainer last week, and he taught us some new exercises, some new ways to think about things. Made me realize I can't control my breathing. So that's another thing I have to work on. But we went and checked out Dustin Carson at Move Fitness Studio in Worthington. So if any of you Central Ohio folks are looking for a personal trainer, look up Dustin.
And the good thing about this place, it is not like a gym. And that's where I get intimidated, because I know that free weights is really helpful to burn fat in the long run. And I don't want to go in where the no-neck guys are grunting to lift weights. So right. I don't go in there. And I have a gym membership, but first of all, I don't want to wear a mask and try to gasp for breath in the gym. So this is like a one person at a time sort of thing. So this is a far better option to even think about. And just the information that he gave us was really helpful. I think that we may try a different way, just time-wise is difficult for us to get there together always. So there's a lot of things that I know that I could do at home.
Well, with me, I could have been doing all of this at home all along, and I haven't. Mm-hmm. So for me, I need someone to help me be accountable. Mm-hmm. So to all our listeners, feel free to check in on my progress. Keep my feet to the fire, make sure I'm doing it, because I won't do it for myself. I haven't done it for myself in the last year, so I need to do it for a reason.
So recently on Good Morning America, they partner up with People Magazine a lot and do huge weight loss stories. And this woman lost 200 pounds in 2 years. And she did it by setting 5-pound incremental goals for herself instead of the full 200 pounds. And for me, that's a better option to do, because if I feel like it's too far away, I'll just say, oh, fuck it. Right. And just eat a pound of spaghetti.
Well, and that's why I don't have a weight loss goal. Mm-hmm. I have a fitness goal. Mm-hmm. Because I figure if I'm gaining muscle and losing fat, they should probably offset each other. So I may be disappointed that I don't see the loss. But, I'll notice when I'm less jiggly. And I can do squats in the jeans I'm wearing. Then I'll know it's working. I just know the things that I need to do to get in shape are going to eventually make me lose weight. But even if the number on the scale stays the same, if I get flatter and stronger, I'm still happy. Mm-hmm. So now I would like the number to change. However, that is not my prime objective.
All right. Well, we've got this. We will do it together and TikTok it all the way through.
Are you ready, YouTube?
And Barbara's very uncoordinated, so.
Oh yeah, this could be gold. There is a reason I do not play sports and why my motorcycle sits in the garage. Yeah, I laid it down too. So as far as resolutions go, a lot of people also want to save money. So I was thinking about ways that people can save money. And as you know, I am great at squirreling away money. Mm-hmm. One of the easiest ways to save money is to not spend it in the first place. And I'm pretty good at that because I don't like getting in my pocket to pull my money out. But I've been broke before and had to dig out from that. And also, again, with my surgeries, was off work for 2 months each time. So needless to say, I don't have that kind of vacation. So that was coming out. You know, there was an entire month I didn't get paid. And if you do not plan ahead for that, you'd be in trouble. Luckily, I plan ahead. And then since I've been back to work full time, now it's been almost 2 years now since my last surgery. Almost 2 years now since my last surgery. I have not started spending much more money. So I'm surprised at how much I've been able to save. But a couple of the ways that at least I personally have saved money in the past is to cook at home. Now I'm getting kind of bad about eating out more often than I used to. I have a friend that likes to go out to eat with me and encourages me to do so. And we do that at least once a week. I did not used to do that often. But I also, when I grew up, going out to eat was something special. And I feel like the more you go out to eat, the less special it is. And, you know, yeah, you don't have to cook, but it's just, it's just going out to eat, you know, nothing special. So I'm trying not to go out as often. So that's one way. But then also when you're cooking at home, you should make your grocery list before you go to the store.
That's a terrible one for me.
I went to the store recently and I was just happened to be out and about. I'm like, let me just stop now and get it out of the way. Because it was right before Christmas and I did not have my list with me. I spent $110 and I got 2 meals. It was ridiculous. I mean, I did buy a $20 coffee pot while I was there too, but still another $90 of what in the actual heck did I just buy? You know, it's easy to just, I'll get this and I'll get that. And, you know, I wander down aisles that I wouldn't normally because I was like, well, I'll walk past it. And if it's something I need, I'll know it and I'll grab it. And, you know, I keep a stocked pantry. So it wasn't like I was getting a lot of things I needed. I still don't know what the hell I bought, honestly. But so make a grocery list. Stick to your grocery list.
Along with that, I noticed that when I was ordering my better foods through Amazon that I didn't have to go to the grocery store for, they just appeared on my doorstep. It was a way lower bill because I wasn't picking up the random crap down the aisles like gluten-free cheesecake. Yes, please. I'll take one of those. Like, I didn't search for gluten-free cheesecake and now it's not in my house. And because I didn't walk down that aisle. So Kroger Click List, you don't have to get it delivered. I think they have a delivery option now, but you could just go there too if you don't have that service or want to pay that service charge.
But you just reminded me as well. Try not to take a child with you to the grocery store. They will double your bill. Yes. I do not grocery shop with my grandkids.
Yeah, I have not. I only took my grandson to the store once during this whole pandemic, just because he's 3. He was 2 at the beginning of the year, of course, but he wants to touch everything, and it's just I don't want to return a COVID child. No.
But yeah, then another thing is cancel subscriptions. Or cable to get the streaming services. But a lot of those people get every streaming service and then it adds up to just as much as cable to begin with.
Yeah.
So any of those extra things you don't need, go ahead and get rid of them. I am horrible for that. I have lots of things on auto payment and I mean to cancel them and I don't. And then every month I'm like, oh, damn it. Well, I just paid for it for the month. I might as well wait 3 weeks and then here goes another month. So don't wait. Cancel the subscriptions. Save yourself some money.
Good ideas.
Yeah. Another resolution people have is to reduce stress. I know you're really good at trying to relieve stress because I know I turn to you quite often when I'm stressed for help in that matter. So I will let you give us some ideas on how to reduce stress.
Meditation. And a lot of people get freaked out about what meditation is. And it is not always clearing your mind.
That's good because that doesn't happen here.
First of all, your mind is designed to work all the time. So when you tell it to stop, it's going to say no. This is how I help you. Clearing your mind is not always... First of all, it's incredibly hard to do when you just sit down and go, okay, I'm going to clear my mind now. I'm going to clear my mind now. You probably have noticed that does not work.
Oh, that does not work. That's when I think about what I need on my grocery list and whatever I forgot to do for the day. Every day. For like the last 40 years.
So there's a couple tricks that you can do to keep your mind occupied while turning off those floaty thoughts of your life list. And so one is to have a really loud ticking clock. I used to have one in my office, but it drove me crazy. If you have a ticking clock or a drip of water in your faucet and just hear the drip, 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 and actually in your mind say drip, 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 that's enough for your mind to be occupied that it feels like it's still doing something, or count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then those random thoughts don't have a space to float freely, and you can have that moment of stillness, and your mind is like on a little vacation. Sometimes then the thoughts flood in immediately when you're done.
Okay.
So it does take practice. Meditation is a practice. It is not something that you do one time and go, oh, okay, this doesn't work for me. You're not going to see the results for about 30 days of doing it consecutively. Please do it consecutively.
Wait a second, because 21 days make a habit. We have to go to 30?
Do it 30. Do it 30 and you will see the difference of just peace. And don't start sitting down for 15 minutes at a time. Do it 2 minutes. And then the next time do it 3 minutes.
Oh, maybe I can probably sit still for 2 and 3 minutes at a time.
Yeah. And then ramp up to the 15 minutes. The goal is not to stress yourself out more by being more pissed off because you're not doing it right. That's not the goal. And there are times, even a good practiced meditator who has just had a shit day can't sit down to meditate. I'm like, okay, no. The mind is on full on because it has a rant and something to say.
So when you do your meditations that you record for the radio station,
mm-hmm.
If my mind is clear, am I still supposed to be listening to you within my drip, drip, drip time? I don't understand how that works.
My meditations on the radio show are guided meditations. So that's not when you hear the drip, drip, drip. This is on your own when you're doing it on your own.
Okay.
So the meditations that I do on the radio, I talk and then I leave space for whatever I am saying for you to internalize it and feel it in a quiet sort of fashion. But then I will begin talking again so that your mind doesn't take that tangent and go, oh, she just said this. And then the Google web browser opens in your mind and you think, oh, that I need to get coffee because she said something about 8 o'clock. And that's usually when I go get coffee is 8 o'clock, that whole thing. I try to space it enough that you don't go too far down the rabbit hole before you hear me again. And it's just a guided meditation. So that is something different than sitting down with yourself for a couple minutes at a time and just chilling out when you need to. First thing in the morning also is really good before shit hits the fan. After you drop the jelly donut on your shirt or spill coffee on your shirt and the button falls off and all of those things that happen before you get out the door.
Gotcha. Before life happens.
Yes, before life happens.
Gotcha.
Clear it. Clear the energy, clear the space so that you are, it's kind of like an armor that you're putting on yourself. Like, I can do this now. And that's what it feels like after you've practiced for a while. Like, I can deal with this. So you're not so edgy when shit comes up.
Oh, sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I need to actually try?
I will not tell you what to do, but I think that it would be very beneficial to you.
Although I think you benefit from me being unhinged.
Yes.
We have a podcast because I'm half unhinged. All right, so we are going to exercise more. We're going to save money. We're going to reduce stress. And while we are saving money by cooking at home and buying our own food at the grocery store, means we need to eat healthier.
Yes.
We already started with 6 grapes for you. I am great at planning to eat healthy. I will purchase the things that I need, and then in a week I will throw them away when I've let them spoil. So I have great intentions about eating healthy, and I don't eat horribly unhealthy. I eat a lot of vegetables and things like that still, but eating healthy is kind of a harder thing.
So what works for me is to actually write it down and take a picture of my food before I eat it. And maybe that's a thing that we can do to hold ourselves accountable and add it into the podcast or add it onto the YouTube channel.
Gotcha.
Like, this is what we ate this week. And we could just take several pictures of what we ate. And you have to include that cookie in that as well. Do you want the world to see how many chocolate chip cookies you ate this week?
Well, considering I don't think I could, because this week I didn't have any cookies.
See, there you go.
Because I had to finish them all the day before we had our exercise. Rose, being the best friend in the whole wide world, got me cookies for Christmas.
So
right before I met with the personal trainer.
It was serendipity. So if we're taking pictures of everything we eat, 100% real about it, then how does that feel internally when you're thinking about, am I going to go pick up the trash, or am I going to eat what I purchased to stay healthy?
That would be better. And then I'll probably also realize that I play games with myself right now where, let's say I want a cookie, I will bring one cookie. And then if I want another one, I have to stand up, walk across the house, and go get another one. So at least I'm getting those, 15 steps. And I have to actually stand up to go get it. That means if I took that many different pictures of cookies, I would realize how many cookies I've gone up to the kitchen to get.
Yeah. You'd have to number your cookies too, because you can't just have 5 photos and go, oh, that was the same cookie. You need to.
Oh, I could recognize chip placement. Chip placement on a cookie is quite important to me.
So let's do that. Let's take a picture of our food starting tomorrow.
Okay, but then there's some pressure to make it look good.
Why?
I don't know, because they're going to be like, what's that mess that Barbara's eating?
You know what I had for breakfast this morning?
What?
I had the thickest kale smoothie I have ever made in my life. And the consistency was not yummy. I ran out of juice, so it was not great, but I chugged it down. So, it was almost like a Dairy Queen Blizzard that you could hold upside down.
Oh my God.
It was thick.
Ew.
I almost needed a spoon. Yeah.
I am not a smoothie fan anyway. Even not because, you put weird shit in it like kale, but I'm not a milkshake fan. I'm not a smoothie fan. I don't want to drink my food. I like to chew, but only 3 times before you swallow. I'm sure that came out way weirder than I meant it to.
I don't eat a lot of I've been eating more vegetables now, but I don't particularly like vegetables. So kale in the smoothie with bananas and pineapple and strawberry doesn't taste like kale. I'm not offended by the taste of kale, but it's just not the predominant flavor in there, and the others kind of take over.
Gotcha. Like I would much rather eat a zucchini than strawberry, pineapple, banana, or kale.
Okay.
I'm a vegetable eater, not a fruit eater.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why I don't like smoothies. But like then
Probably.
again, milkshakes are just a consistency thing. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm weird about that kind of stuff.
You are weird. It's okay.
It's okay. No smoothies for me.
No smoothies for you. So starting tomorrow, we're going to take pictures of our food and put it on the YouTube channel.
Okay. We're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
So just to round out some of the other resolutions was quit smoking or drink less. I don't smoke cigarettes and I don't drink a lot right now. So not things I have to worry about, but for those of you that do smoke and drink too much, girls don't like to kiss guys that taste like an ashtray, just FYI. If you care about that, if you're single, girls like Rose and I will not even like your picture if you have a cigarette in it.
No. Or if it looks like you got chew in your lip. Ugh.
That's true. We'll watch you in your boots because you're cute in your Levi's and your boots, but we'll watch you walk away. But yeah, so those are some of the New Year's resolutions. I think a couple of those we can work on and be successful with in 2021.
And with those, there's often a lot of mindset sort of things,
yes.
Which usually the coaching business is much better at the beginning of the year because people are gung-ho because they want, something new for themselves.
Oh, that's right. Rose is a life coach.
So
insert commercial here.
Insert commercial. So what I can say as a coach, if you are thinking about coaching, you don't have to hire me. Find the right coach for you for sure. It is a relationship and you need to trust who you pick, because if you don't trust, then you're hiding stuff and then you're just wasting money. What I can say though for sure is mindset is really, really going to help you reach your goals. And you do not always have the answers. So sometimes having that outside person see the bigger picture, it's like, whoa, I know that I can't always see my own stuff. Kind of like the forest for the trees. Like I cannot see, and I need somebody else to say, didn't you already go down that road? And how did that turn out for you? Or, wow, is that really what you want to do? This feels like it may be a pitfall. So having a coach just kind of say, talk things out with you and kind of give you a bigger sense of what it is, it really, really is helpful so that you don't fall down the same hole that you've done 1,000 times before. This is about digging out, not going back in. And people want to stay in their safe places because it's comfortable. And that's not all where the good, juicy life is.
Well, I know for myself, some of the things that go on in my life don't seem significant. It's, this little blip here, this little blip there. And then my best friend being a life coach is able to go, yeah, I see a pattern. And you've been able to look at some of my situations and see the bigger picture where I'm only seeing it today, tomorrow, last Friday, where you see the bigger picture and have been able to go, look at what has happened over this period of time. Mm-hmm. And you've helped me put things together that I hadn't put together on my own. Because, it's just one pebble here, and eventually you've got an entire wheelbarrow full where it's just one little pebble.
And a good life coach isn't a life coach that's going to steer you in any direction. It is just giving you the picture for you to figure out what you want to deal with and not steer you down that sharp hill that you don't necessarily want to go down alone with force. So be careful of that for sure. That's not a good life coach. Life coaches don't make decisions for you. They just present you the information. And the other thing I'd like to say is a lot of times when you're comfortable with what you do, you don't notice how talented you are because you take for granted something that's special about you. And you feel that because you can do it, everybody can do it. And that is not the case at all. If you if you are really good at something, chances are probably other people are not, but it feels normal to you and it feels easy for you. So pay attention to what's easy too, because maybe that's what your goal is.
Look at you with that little nugget.
I know.
Good stuff. But be good to yourself when you're in the journey this year. Don't beat yourself up. Took a while to 2020 beat us all down. We can get through this together.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Take a breath.
Ask for help.
We're not doing this as each independent sovereign nations. No. It is all of us together. And I really did like that there was a lot of coming together for 2020. And I really hope that it continues, that we can lift each other up. And whatever feels good for you that's not illegal, you should do it. So I was at CVS the other day, and for whatever reason, I have a ton of oils that smell good, but I found myself in front of the little section of essential oils, and there was this one. It's a brand I've never heard of, and after researching it, it's made by Homedics, and I would have never bought something made by Homedics because that just feels like a factory sort of pushed out sort of thing instead of honorable, I guess. But I bought it, and the scent was called Let Go, and I'm like, yeah, I could use some Let Go shit right now, so I bought it, and I tell you, that is the best shit ever. And I don't know if it's psychosomatic with the Let Go and essential oils is supposed to be nurturing and relaxing. So then after I found out it was from Homedics and I started to like get all in my head about it, like, oh, this is a corporation, whatever. I put it on last night, out like a light. Like it is Let Go.
So are you putting it on your body? Or are you using it in a diffuser?
I put it on my face. So I put it like under my eyes like a football player.
Okay.
If they like where the black lines go as a football player, and then under my nose.
Huh.
But on the bottle, after reading it, it said to put it on your temples. I don't do that, but you can put it on your temples, I guess.
Gotcha. Well, I'm guessing where you put it is still close enough to your temples that probably the same idea.
But it really does. Again, I don't know if it's psychosomatic, but it was just, that feels good.
What does it smell like?
It's very hard to describe
okay.
What it smells like. I don't even know what's in it. I didn't research what was in it. I just read Homedics and then got on a tear about that. I'm like,
gotcha.
I can't believe I bought this.
I guess when I think essential oils, I'm not an oil person. So when I think essential oils, I think of it being like an individual oil from something.
Yeah, this is a blend.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So if it's oils, if it's, a nice warm blanket out of the dryer that smells like Downy, whatever. Wrap yourself up in love and chill. Have an edible. Like, whatever. Whatever. If you're in the state of Michigan.
There are several states now. There are lots of states that are okay with the plant medicine now.
Ann Arbor has decriminalized mushrooms and other hallucinogens.
So I think we talked about that before. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, because like if you smoke marijuana or even eat an edible, you're not going to like do crazy stuff. You're just going to get tired, maybe hungry, and just kind of chill. Where like, I don't want to, I know you're not supposed to be driving when you're on pot either. However, trust me, it does not make you do weird shit when you're driving. It just makes me do almost the speed limit. But anyhow, but if you are on hallucinogenics, LSD or mushrooms or whatever, you see shit. Like, I don't want to be walking through the grocery store with someone having a bad trip. Like,
I could not agree with you more. And for me, this is absolutely plant medicine and should be done in a holistic way with someone there with you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I have not partaken in any kind of hallucinogenic in decades. However, back in the day, Like, I can't believe that I didn't get, like, hit by a car or, you know, something weird, you know, just left in my own devices with my friends running around. But yeah, that's definitely something that I think, no, maybe not, you know, maybe not go to jail for it, but it's not something you should be doing out just willy-nilly.
I think it needs honored in a different way than what has been in the past.
But, you know, let's just wait and see what happens. I'm sure somebody will fuck it up for the rest of us. They always do.
Canada, another great thing about Canada has allowed some doctors to use it professionally.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, to treat depression and PTSD and things like that. So in a clinical setting, absolutely.
And I totally think that, especially if it's the naturally derived hallucinogens, I totally think that they can be used, should be used, but definitely need somebody to make sure that you're not running amok in the middle of the street naked.
Agreed.
Or just clothed in the middle of the street, for that matter. I had a fight with Papa Smurf once, just saying.
Wow.
He lost and I was scarred for years.
Okay.
Yep. That's a whole nother story.
I can't wait to hear that.
Has nothing to do with the reason that I carry Smurfs around now. Either. Maybe subconsciously, but...
But think about if people took care of themselves and felt good in their own persons and felt good with their lives and how they would treat each other and how that would ripple out into the world and make peace happen much more easily.
Oh, absolutely. Because I know when you meet someone that's gruff and things like that, you just wonder, like, what is going on in their life that makes them this way?
Yeah.
And so in the reverse, then if someone is super chipper and helpful and calm and happy, you think, oh, they must have a wonderful life.
I can say that my chipperness has not pissed off as many people this year as it has normally. That's been a nice thing that I didn't even think about until just now.
See, I'm here to help.
Or maybe my mask is hiding my chipperness. I don't know.
I am surprised that I haven't got my ass kicked this year because of my mask. Because I say shit that is funny. But if you can't see my smile, luckily I've got some crow's feet happening, so I think you can tell I'm smiling with my mask on. But sometimes I say stuff that is hilarious. But if you don't see that I'm laughing or smiling, it's just come off like an ass sometimes. So yeah, there's been a couple times that I've actually had to like remove my mask so people could see my face. Because I sensed a foot coming at me.
Look at that clairvoyance kicking in at the right time.
Absolutely.
So what are the bright sides this week?
Well, a bright side for me is that I have discovered that one of my weird thoughts isn't so weird, and had somebody agree with me today.
Oh, okay.
Probably shouldn't have been the brightest side of my day, but it was. So you've heard my theory about car brands, right?
Please tell. I don't think that we've discussed it here.
No, we have not discussed it here. So I will assign personalities to people, if you will, based on the kind of car you drive. And I have discovered that people that drive certain kinds of cars, now there are always exceptions, kind of follow a similar mold. There are two brands of cars that I don't like the people, just if I see them in that type of car. I spend lots of time in my car driving to observe people. So there's been many years of research, many thousands of miles. Also, white cars tend to be the worst. Sorry. Anyhow, so today I went to the grocery store and I'm to get our grapes. To get your grapes. So I'm pulling in the aisle and there's a car waiting at the opposite end of the aisle for a car to pull out to get in one of the first spots. Well, I take a spot probably 7 or 8 parking spots from the front. And I pull right in, and there just happens to be nobody in front of me as well in that spot. So I pulled on through. So now I'm, ready to pull out. And I'm thinking to myself, if I was that person waiting for the parking spot, I'd just come down here because I'm going to beat them into the store. And I'm kind of thinking to myself how, about my superior intellect. Well, that car hears me thinking this, and she does. She pulls in right behind me. Well, it just so happens that she is in the same make and model of car as myself. And so I drive a Subaru Legacy. And so, of course, I cannot not comment to people. So as I walked past the car, I said, "Welcome to the Legacy row." And so then we were just commenting. She said something about how that guy was taking forever to pull out. And, I told her I pulled through and was hoping that she would follow me. And so she did. And then we talked about how, that guy was taking a long time. And so I was just joking about how we were in the cool row and blah, blah, blah. And then she made some comment about, people, we were even walking at the same pace. And I hadn't noticed it, but we did. We walked from our cars together and literally walked in the store together. And so I'm like, and I told her my theory about people, and she was like, "I totally agree." And then, so she went one direction in the store, I went the other. And then we get back to, here is another saving tip as well. We'll circle it back around. The bakery, when they put the day old stuff off to the side where it's way cheaper. So that's one of the places that I always take a look at as I go by. I round the corner, guess who was already there? And so I did not stop. But yeah, so me and my new Subaru Legacy friend were at the grocery store together. But yeah, so now I know. I think I'm right.
I think you might be right.
Yep. At least about a couple brands. So, and I group them together. There are brands that are in the same category.
Yes.
So Subaru people are my people. Volkswagen people are in the same little boat. There are some others, but yeah. So I am vindicated and I think I'm correct in my, at least this weird thought.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It has brightened my day anyway.
So other bright spots is take good care of yourself. Make smaller goals if that works for you. Be accountable to somebody. Talk to somebody about it.
Yep.
Do it together with a friend.
Buddies.
You got this. You survived 2020. We can do anything.
Yep. We sure can. We can make it happen.
So enjoy your new year. 2021 is going to be so much better. Take a collective sigh. Not every little thing is over yet, but it feels good just to get the air out and that old staleness in your lungs kind of clearing up a little bit.
Yes. Did you happen to catch, I did not. Did you happen to catch the Star of Bethlehem?
No, I'm going to put this out here. I got a text from somebody with a 319 area code, which is Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And I lived there briefly. They sent me the picture, so it's somebody that it is not from my far, far past when I actually lived there. I don't know anybody that lives there now from that time frame. And I was a completely different person then. I wouldn't have given two shits about the star or anything that happened. Whatever. I wouldn't have cared about that sort of thing when I lived there. So this person sent me this text with the picture and said that they got a really clear view of it. This wasn't their picture, but it was absolutely beautiful. So it's somebody that knows that I am now interested in that. So they know
Awesome.
My present self. And I said it was cloudy and overcast here. I did not get to see it. And they said, that's what my stepdaughter and stepson said. So then I'm kind of like trying to rack my brain, like who doesn't live here, that lives in Iowa, that has a stepson and stepdaughter here and would use those words, because anybody that I think that I know would not use the step. They would say son and daughter.
Gotcha.
And not add that stepchild in there. So I don't know who that person is. I kind of continued the conversation and I felt bad asking. I don't know if you've ever felt like that, but I'm just like, I'm not going to insult this person to know that they're not in my phone book.
I have a really good go-to where I got a new phone and not all of my contacts came over, so I absolutely would have asked.
So there was a really good view in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Well, that's cool. Although it may not be someone that was currently there.
No, I think that they were.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they mentioned that it was windy, and I knew that in the Plains states it was very windy that particular day.
Oh, okay.
So
I know we talked about it, and I didn't get to catch it because it was cloudy.
Yeah,
and
it was
then
very cloudy.
So then I tried to look like the day or two later and never could find it. So
no, I got really good pictures, and I got some pictures from Florida too, from friends that were there. So
gotcha.
That's all I got, but the energy was still good.
Oh yeah, it just made me think of it. I know we were talking about it before, and I didn't get to see it on the solstice.
Take good care of yourselves so that you can spread that on to other people.
Spread the goodness.
Spread the goodness. Like jelly.
That's not the first time you've said jelly today.
I am really hungry. I'm going to go get tacos tonight so that I don't have to take pictures of them tomorrow.
Oh, we're starting this tomorrow.
Yes,
okay.
Okay.
Cookies
Go eat cookies. So we will talk to you next week. Email us hello@brightsideofcrazy.com if you need to say anything, but you never do. It's like an abusive relationship, but whatever. So
that's all right. We've been in those before.
Yeah. We will talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.